Welcome to the FITMAMA podcast, where it's all about gaining your health back as a busy woman and mom, and doing it without sacrificing time with your family or business. Here is your host, mompreneur and FITMAMA health coach, Angela Campbell.
Okay, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the things, how can you juggle it all? I get this question a lot. And as I coach women on their journeys to lose weight, lose belly fat, oftentimes the biggest thing that we talk about the most and the biggest thing that most people struggle with, most women, is juggling it all. When you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, or a career woman, you've got an amazing career that you're constantly busy doing. You're a high achiever, but you're trying to get healthy. You're trying to be a good mom. You're trying to be a good wife. I mean, there's so many hats that we wear on the regular, on every single day, right? And so how in the world do you juggle it all? I get this question a lot. So first I wanted to give a little bit of my story, a little bit of my background, a little bit of my timeline, because so many people in this group, we have so many new people inside our Facebook group. If you're listening to this later on our podcast, make sure you're in our group. It's for all women. You can go to acfitmama.com/Facebook and join the group. It's our free community where we love on each other, right? And always be a positive place, judge-free zone. But for me, obviously, I'm Angela Campbell. I'm a health coach, and I love running this group for anybody and everybody that's in it. But even I love pouring anything out that I feel in my heart. And so today is all about what is in my heart again. I did it last week. I felt called lately to literally share from my heart instead of all the other things, right? So today I wanted to give you a little bit of background. For me personally, I'm a health coach, but I've been in the fitness industry for 12, 13 years. Okay, so just a side story first, and then I'm going to get into how you can do it. If I do it, I guarantee you can do it, right? So I've been in the fitness industry for 12 years, started in the box gyms, personal training, one-on-one. People would come to me, I'd take them through an hour workout, I'd send them home, and I would only see them like 3 times a week. And that's all I did. Right. And and that was before kids, before marriage, I had a lot of time freedom. So I was at the gym from 5 a.m. to like 8, 9 at night. It was long days. I got burnt out and I left. Okay. If you've ever felt burnout, put burnout in the comments, because whether it's from life, whether it's from your job, it can be from things that you have so much passion. Like I have so much passion for fitness, but I was tired. I was burnt out, and I was presented with an opportunity to go to the corporate world. And I thought, man, that sounds amazing. An 8 to 5, salary, I don't have to, work these long, crazy hours. So I took it. I left fitness and I was miserable for 2 years because I worked a job that wasn't my thing. It wasn't my passion to sit behind a desk and crunch numbers. But I relate to so many of you guys that are also network marketers or entrepreneurs, because obviously I'm an entrepreneur, but I wasn't always that. When I was working the job that I hated, sitting behind a desk, I was introduced to network marketing. So if there's anybody in this group, because I know a ton of you are, if you're in network marketing, whatever business it is, tell me below. I would love to know what business you're in. Just share the name of the company if you want to, or maybe just share the word network marketing, right? But that's when I found it in 2014, before I even had kids. I started working that thing and I said, you know what? I'm helping people again. This was great. And I loved it. And then I started finding how intrigued I was in business. And then we got pregnant. My husband and I tried for years. We had to go to fertility doctors and all the things just to have our baby. And it was a long couple of emotional years. And it was the best time of our life. We found out in 2014, shortly after I joined network marketing, that we were going to have a baby. And best day of our life, found out we were going to have a baby finally. It was the biggest blessing. So I put my mind down. I put in my mind, you know what? I do not want to come back to this job after I have my baby. So I ran with that business opportunity. I ran. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with this. And 2015 in January, we had our first baby. That's when I became a mom. My whole world changed. Moms, if you're listening right now, I guarantee you know what I mean. Tell me, drop in the comments if you are watching, if you're a mom, like what are the ages of your kids? Tell me below. I'd love to see. Mine are almost 3. My little boy will be 3 in March. My little girl just turned 6. Best thing in the world is being a mom. But let's be real, you guys, it's also exhausting. And there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of 2 days that are never, ever going to be the same. Kids, you can't predict them. You never know what's going on, right? So I've been since the day my little girl was born, I actually quit. At the very end of my maternity leave, I called my boss and I'm like, you know what? I'm making enough in my side gig. I'm not coming back. I want to stay home with this baby. And I made a pact to myself since that day. I will never, ever, ever work outside of the home. I wanted to always work in the home so that I could be there for my kids every day. I wanted to be the person dropping them off at school. I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be that person. So that's what I did. And so again, if this is you, like, share with me in the comments, because again, this is something I don't talk a lot about in this group, but we got a lot of mamas in here trying to grow a business online and juggle mom life and all the other things. So I felt, and it was important, and I felt called to share these things with you guys, right? So ever since then, I even actually got back into group fitness because I missed it like crazy. And so I was a mom doing group fitness early in the morning, and then I ran my business online with my little girl. And then here goes 2018, baby number two came. Baby number two, which is my sweet little boy. I prayed to God for a little boy. I wanted a boy so bad. And we got him in 2018, and he is a Tasmanian devil, and I love every bit about it. And excuse me. So 2018, after the second kid for me, that's whenever it was the hardest. It was the hardest times of my life, because juggling two kids, growing a business, getting up at 3:45 in the morning to teach my group fitness. Excuse me. It was hard. Okay, and if you can relate to this, like, it when you are when it's hard being a mom of one kid, but for me, when it was two, and that's hard for me. And I know a lot of women that are in this group that I've spoke to, and some that I coach have 4 kids, 5 kids, 6 kids. If you haven't yet, drop below what are the ages of your kids. Sorry, I ate an almond right before this, and I think I was getting choked up. I will tell you, in 2019, this group was born in what I do now. 2019 was my year of a wake-up call. 2019 was whenever I was in the worst place of my life in my health, both physically and mentally, because I just burned my candle at both ends. I was doing too much. I was not sleeping enough. I was skipping workouts all the time. I was going to my laptop instead of my workouts because I felt, oh my gosh, I got this business, I got to run it, and I got to do all these things, and the kids are going to wake up, and it's going to throw my whole day off. So I got to get this done before they wake up. And then so I would skip my workouts. Wouldn't do my workouts. And then better yet, and then I started skipping my meals. I wasn't meal prepping. I wasn't watching what I was eating. I wasn't taking care of myself physically, and I wasn't doing anything positive for my mind either. You guys, our physical and our mental health are one. You have to work on all of them. And even your physical helps your mental, right? And vice versa, right? I was burning the candle at both ends. And so if this is you and you can relate, put relate in the comments. Like, let me know if anything I'm saying yet so far has been you along your journey and you can resonate. Because again, some of the biggest mistakes I did, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you some of the biggest mistakes I did, and then I want to share with you what I do now that has been the biggest game changers of my life, and I'm still figuring it out. I'm not perfect. I don't think I ever will be. Nobody will be. Nobody will be. Right? But some of the things that I did, like I said, I was skipping workouts. I was skipping meals. I wasn't prepping. I wasn't planning anything. I was just going through the motions of life, trying to survive, and I was failing miserably. I didn't ask for help. I thought I was a superwoman. I thought, oh my gosh, I can do this. I'm superwoman. Because that's what society made me think I needed to be. And to ask for help, like, I have a mom that's extremely independent and just racist that way. She was a single mom. She did it all with no help from, I love my dad more than anything in the world, but he wasn't there when we were kids. And so I was raised to be super independent. I didn't need any help. I didn't need anybody. I could do it all. And that's what I did at those stages in my life that were the biggest mistakes. I didn't ask for help. I didn't invest in myself. I did not communicate when I was struggling. How many of you guys can relate, especially if you're growing a business online or offline or whatever you're doing? If you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're a career woman, you've got your career you're growing, and then you're trying to juggle either being a caretaker or a mom or all of the above, and you don't communicate your struggles, you pretend like you got your crap together. That was me. I pretended all the time I had it together. I didn't need no help. Man, I got this. When behind the scenes and on the inside, I was falling apart. I was failing. I wasn't even staying close to my faith. I was actually creating resentment for relationships, especially with my husband. I love him dearly, and he would help me, and he helps me anytime I ask, but I didn't ask. My businesses started failing. They all started falling apart and tanking. We're drastically dropping in income. And I'm like, ugh. So now the stress piles on, right? So I got stress, no sleep, and stress, no sleep. I was trying to be a mom. I was trying to show up and do all the things without any help. It was the biggest mistake ever, you guys. So if you're right now have a struggle asking for help, please just type help in the comments and put it out there. Help, help. Just put help. Okay, just say it out loud. You need help. I have a team of people now, and 3 different coaches, and they're all phenomenal. And I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't have a business coach, as was my first investment. My health coach was my second, and now my life coach, Echo Summerhill. If you don't know her, you need to follow her. She's freaking phenomenal. And I'm going through her coaching programs for the inside, and it is all of them are amazing, and they're making me who I am now. But here's what happened after I started falling apart in 2019. 2020 came, and it was still, I was lost. I didn't know what the heck I was supposed to do. We were in the worst financial place because I feel in my heart, I put myself there by not asking for help. I was struggling financially. My business was tanking. I had nothing left. I had nothing. My tank was empty. I was done. We even paid mortgage on a credit card for a couple months because we were at that point. And that's when a couple things in 2020 happened. First, in March, I invested in a business coach because I said, you know what, again, that pact that I made to myself, I refuse to go back to work for someone else outside of the home. So I realized that I had a talk with my husband, and he was all in. He supports me, and I've got the best husband in the world. He supports me no matter what. And we didn't know how we were going to do it or pay for it. It was the biggest investment I've ever made in my entire life, but it was the best one because I got a coach to tell me what to do, when to do it, and help me make smart decisions with what I was doing. So my first thing I did in 2020, which was the best, I got a business coach. My second thing, I got closer to my faith. I got baptized, I got saved, and that has become top of the list. Faith. Faith is everything to me. I know everybody has different beliefs. It's truly what carried me to where I am right now. I had to have faith first. I had to have faith and be close to God and know He has it and He's got me and He is the plan. I don't have the plan. I am a control freak, and I had to learn to let it go. And I still struggle with that on a daily basis. But I had to learn to let it go and give it to Him. And He's carrying me, and He's helping me be the strongest person, both spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, that I've ever been in my entire life. And I'll be 40 this year. It took 40 years to wake up and realize I needed help, but I did. Right? It was business coach, got baptized with my husband. We both did it together. It was amazing. And then I invested in a health coach because I am a health coach. I help women all the time. I write their workouts for them. I write their meal plans. I tell them what they need. I coach them. I love on them. I do all the things, but I needed that for myself. And so I realized, you know what? I needed a health coach. I needed someone to lay it out for me. And that's what I did. So I realized, you know what? I'm worth it. So I got a health coach that checks on me. I check with them a couple times a week. They want to know what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, what are my macros that I'm getting in my body. What are your measurements looking like right now? How do you feel mentally? Like, are you doing your workouts? Yeah, I sure am. I have missed 4 workouts in the past 20 weeks because of holidays. And then the other day I took 2 days off because I felt myself slowly getting back into burnout. I was like, you know what? Days off. Husband, I need help. And I locked myself in my room on Sunday and slept most of the day. It was the best thing ever. But I had to ask for help to do it and recognize when I was feeling burnout again, right? And then, so I got a business coach. I got a health coach. Got baptized, and then signed up for some of the best life coaching with Echo Summerhill that I get right now. So her Soul Up community, again, if you don't follow her, follow her. If you need some learn to love yourself, she just launched a new amazing course about loving yourself, because that's very important. We as women don't usually love ourselves. We beat ourselves up. Follow her. You can follow her on Instagram as well too, Echo Summerhill. Amazing. And so here's some of the things I wanted to share with you. They can be tips or to-dos or whatever you want to call them. But I feel like these are definitely some of the things that have been the biggest game changer. And then I really want to encourage you to do. And first you got to accept that it's whatever it is you're trying to chase. You're trying to chase success in business. You trying to put your marriage back together? I can't tell many women lately I've talked to you about that. And sometimes it's falling apart because we neglect ourselves and we're not taking care of ourselves. So we're not happy. May not that we're not happy in that department, but we're not happy with ourselves. So it overlaps in that department. You know what I mean? It's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take you being surrounded by some people that are in the same boat or at least close, or that have been there and that can love on you and support you, right? So the first thing, in order to juggle all the things, the first thing you got to do is learn that you have to take care of you. Okay? You have to take care of you. Ladies, this is the thing we neglect the most, right? Put me first in the comments if this is something you struggle with. Just put me first. It's so common, and that's where I was when I got into the worst place that I've ever been in my life, and everything. I wasn't taking care of me. That was the core. And so me not taking care of me, my business tanked, my marriage wasn't the best place because I was creating so much resentment by trying to do it all by myself. And I didn't need to do that. And he's right there. And he told me that the other day, he's like, babe, you just have to ask for help. Have I ever said no to you in the 10 plus years we've been together? I said, no, you really haven't actually. So I just have to ask. Right? So you have to start taking care of you though, because if you don't, your family's going to struggle, your kids will struggle, your business will probably struggle. I see a lot of people even at the top of some of these companies online or offline or whatever you're doing. Some of the most successful people are in the worst health because they sacrifice their health to get there. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. On the flip side of that, some of my favorite mentors and the most successful ones that are consistently successful, like they got there and they're staying there, is because they put themselves first and they take care of themselves. Okay, so the first tip I'm going to say, in order to juggle it all, you got to start taking care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself, right? And so the next thing is find time, even if it's only 10 minutes a day. If you can only pencil out 10 minutes of your day, then you need to at least at minimum give yourself 10 minutes a day. Maybe that's mental work. Maybe that's working on up here. Maybe that's physical, getting your workout in. Like my sister, I got to give her major kudos. I love her to death. She's a nurse practitioner, one of the hardest working women I know. She's a single mama, and she's just worked so hard from her degree to her career to all the things, and was struggling with her health. These last 2 weeks, I told her, I was like, you know what, 10 minutes a day, just get up before you start your day in 10 minutes, go for a walk. And it's icy now. She's still doing it. She has done 2 weeks strong. And she's even just walking and pacing around the house because she can't go outside in the morning. It's too cold. At minimum, you got to give yourself 10 minutes a day. Right. And if you don't maybe have time to do the workout, put some earphones on and put something positive in your ears. Maybe meditate or listen to anybody that works best for you, that fuels your fire. Stephen Furtick is one of my favorites. I love starting my day with him. He's a pastor, but he's got a ton of passion and just, I love his messages. But you got to find what works for you, right? So start taking care of you. Number two, in order to do that, start by finding just 10 minutes a day for your mental health at minimum. If you can't do anything else, work on this. If you can't get a workout in, work on this. You have to work on this on a daily basis. This is a daily work. And if it's only 10 minutes is all you get, 10 minutes is necessary. The second one is a workout, some sort of physical movement. You don't need an hour to get a workout in, because I guarantee we don't always have a full hour to work out. And I hear a lot of women not working out because they're like, man, I don't have time. How many of you guys have said, I don't have time to work out lately? Put time in the comments if that's you. I hear it. I don't know how many times a day, a lot. And the thing is you got to make time. And the mindset shift that I encourage you to do right now is take away the idea that I have to have a full hour to get a workout in. And if I don't get a full hour, then it's not even worth my time and I'm not going to do it. Because that's so not true. If all you can do, like my sister right now, is walking around the house for 10 minutes in the morning before the world wakes up in your world, if where everybody else wakes up, then walk for 10 minutes. It's going to be better than nothing. It's always better than nothing. Okay. Here's the next one. Outsource where you need to in your life and in your business. Best decision I ever made in my business was starting to outsource. If you can financially outsource, do it. I highly suggest it. You will be You will love the fact, you will love it. I mean, whatever avenue, here's one of my mentors in my online business. She did a great training for us on outsourcing. One of the biggest things that she suggested was brain dump, right? On a piece of paper, like spend 5 or 10 minutes and just write down all the tasks you do every day. What are these tasks that I do every single day for my business, or maybe it's for your life? Do both, combine them. Okay, laundry, dishes, feeding the family, cleaning the house, mowing the yard. Now I got to do my income producing activities. I got to message people. I got to post on social medias. I got to, do all these things, whatever it is that you have to do, whatever it is that your business or your life looks like, write them down. And then the next thing she said to do was star or put a note next to the ones that you don't like doing, the ones that you don't really enjoy doing, like dishes or cleaning the house. I hate both. We've outsourced the house cleaner. My husband did that for me. Actually, we did it and then we stopped, and then he did it a couple months ago, I guess. Best thing ever. Outsource it. If you don't like it, outsource it. And if you can't financially outsource it, then how about you do some trade outs with some friends? I mean, maybe it's childcare. I can't pay for childcare to go have a date night with my husband, but you know what? I have a neighbor that's amazing and we can trade that out. I'll do it for you if you do it for me. So let them get a date night and you get a date night, and you don't have to pay anything financially, right? So outsource, one of the best things is outsource where you need, outsource in life, in a business, and let go of control. I've got so many people in my life right now I'm so grateful for. I've got some other health coaches that are phenomenal, and we're great accountability buddies, and we're there for each other all the time. And one of them suggested to me the other day, "Girl, you gotta let go of control, and you gotta get good at that." I'm like, "Oh, so hard." But you gotta let go of control and outsource, guys. You can't do it all. Okay, the next one is accountability. Get some accountability. Okay, this looks different in every form or fashion. I love to have a coach with my accountability. That's my thing. I feel like I'm worth the investment. I'm worth the investment because now I'm showing up as a mom, as a wife, as a coach, all the things that I do as an entrepreneur, way better than I have ever in my entire career. Do I have room for improvement? Oh my gosh, yes. But get some accountability, okay? And if that's a coach for you, if you need help, like, I mean, if you're in this Facebook group, obviously we resonate some sort of form or fashion, set up a call with me. I'll put a link above after this. Worst case scenario, I can shoot in the direction of something that can help you, right? Or maybe just get some accountability buddies. Okay, maybe get some buddies, get some friends that are on the same journey, right? Surround yourself with others that get it. Okay, if you're a mom and you're struggling with mom life and you're not surrounded by any moms whatsoever, that's a problem. Get surrounded by some other moms that get it, that get the struggles that you go through, that get how hard it can be on some days when everything is just going crazy and nothing is going the way you intended it to be. The kids are going crazy. If you're like me, my toddler is climbing on everything except for the refrigerator so far. Like, I mean, every moment when he's home, I'm like, oh my gosh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? What's he on now? Because I'm afraid he's going to hurt himself. We've already been to the ER twice in his little life. So boy moms, I know you guys can relate to that. But surround yourself with other people that get it. I mean, it's so, so crucial to have somebody that you can vent to and talk to. Don't hold it in. Ask for help. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. You have to have boundaries in your life, meaning all kinds of things. I mean, boundaries being a bedtime. If you're not getting enough sleep, you got to shut your phone down at a certain time and get to bed. It's a conversation I have with a lot of women that I'm coaching right now because it can be challenging. Your phone is addicting. It's an amazing tool and it's a life sucker. But you got to put it down and shut it off and go to bed. That's one idea of a boundary. Another boundary being stop letting people beat you down. Stop letting people take a shine off your star. Like, don't compare yourself to others. Learn to say no. No, 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 no. If you have a problem saying no, put no in the comments right now. Say no. It's very important. You got to learn how to do that. And it's not easy. That was a hard one for me. And I still struggle a little bit, but I'm so much better at saying no than I ever was in my life. If it's not serving you and it's taking you away from more important things that you need to be focusing on, then you need to learn to say no. Okay, so set boundaries, protect your time, be intentional. This is a hard one. This is one I'm still struggling with on a regular basis. But when you're intentional, and again, follow Echo, because if you don't yet, she teaches on this topic too very well. Being intentional, if you're trying to be a mom, you're trying to grow a business online, you still have a job or a career that you're also trying to do, and then you're trying to take care of the family, be a wife, do all the things. You got to learn to be intentional. And the thing that I struggled with the most was trying to be a mom and juggle growing a business, because I was trying to do it all at the same time. I'd have my phone in my hand while I'm supposed to be playing Barbies or chasing the kids or doing whatever it is. And it was bad. It's the worst thing that I could do for both of them, because all my kids saw was mama on the phone, not paying attention to me. And I wasn't really truly showing up for those people that I was having a conversation with, and near as much as I needed to. Right. So, you got to be intentional, meaning get online, whether it's on your phone or your computer, do what you got to do, and then get off. And then go and be intentional with your kids. When you promise playtime, then tell them, hey, you know what? Mommy doesn't have her phone right now. Mommy doesn't have it. It's all about you. Let them know. Communicate with them. Tell them. Be intentional. Protect your time. Expect to fail. You guys, it's something that we will all go through, but it's where growth happens. When you fail and things aren't happening the way you want them to be, and it's just not going right for you, like, it's okay. It's not the end of the road. It's probably where growth is about to happen. And that's where faith comes in. You got to have faith. Expect to fail. You're going to fail at some things as a mom. You're going to fail at some things as a wife, in your business. And it's okay. That's the only thing. It makes you stronger. You got to learn from that, right? Be selfish, communicate with your spouse and your family. Be selfish in a way that means I'm taking care of me, and communicate that with your family. My kids now know, especially my daughter, because she's 6. My little boy, when he wakes up, he'll come to the garage, but I don't know, they totally grasp mommy's in the garage working out. But if I'm still out there and he's just getting up, he'll come. My daughter, on the other hand, knows where I'm at. On oftentimes before I go to bed, she'll ask me, Mommy, are you getting up to work out in the morning? It's like, yes, baby. And she wants to get up with me. But the biggest thing is I've communicated with both of them how important that is for me. Mommy's time for herself to work out and take care of me, and feed my mind, because that's when I also feed my mind the most, in the morning when I'm working out. They know how important that is. My husband really understands it now, because he sees a difference in me when I get that done and when I don't. He's like, you're a little off today. I'm like, yeah, I didn't get my workout in. I didn't get my personal development. I'm feeling off. And he's like, well, go take some quiet time to yourself. Awesome. Because I finally communicated that with him and I got out of my own way. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you, and we'll end here, is have your non-negotiables. If you've ever heard this from any coach, that all of my coaches say this. I've heard Echo say this. I've heard my business coach say this. I've even had my health coach say this. You got to have your non-negotiables. And what do I mean by that? I mean, whatever it is you have to do that day that's going to help you grow your business and be a better mom, or the mom that you want to be. Those are non-negotiables. So my non-negotiables, for example, is mom has to have her mindset time. I need personal development, and I do it every morning. I'm a listener. I like to zone out with earphones and listen. Some of you like to read, like meditate, whatever works best for you. You got to figure out what is good for you. Right. But your non-negotiables, like for me, that's one of them. My workout is another. I don't work out 7 days a week, you guys. I don't recommend anybody work out 7 days a week, usually 5, sometimes 6. But that's a non-negotiable for me. So I know the more I move my body, the better I operate in every other aspect of my life. Right. My other non-negotiables is I got to eat. Right. So I want to have my meals prepped as best as possible, but more so even in your business, if you're growing a business online, you have non-negotiables. A lot of us on online business refer to those as income producing activities. If your business is struggling, you got to know what your income producing activities are, and then do those. But the thing that I suggest, and I want to add to that, is whatever your non-negotiables are, the things that if you don't get these things done that day, that I might have an issue, or I'm not going to show up the best version of me, then do them first. You got to do them in the first part of your day. And then the rest of the day, you can breathe. If other things don't get done, who cares? Let it go. Your to-do list is never going to be totally checked off, ever, because we're constantly adding to it. But give yourself grace for that. It's okay. Right? So have your non-negotiables that you have to do that day. Focus on them first, get them done, and then everything else is gravy. Okay? So I hope you got value from this. Again, this was something that was on my heart that I really wanted to come on here today and talk about and share. As I'm talking to women all the time, every day, the biggest thing I feel like the most are struggling with is being a mom and trying to do it all. And they can't find time for themselves to get healthy, but you have to. And you have to make time for yourself, I promise, or you're going to be where I was in 2019, in the worst place of my life, both health, physically and mentally. I was falling apart slowly. And guess what ends up happening if you stay there too long? Health issues starts to arise, all kinds. I see it every single day. Don't be that person. Okay. You are worthy. You're worth it. You can do this. Take 10 minutes, master 10 minutes before you try to go full hours. If that's a struggle of yours, do 10 minutes every day for 3 to 4 weeks and then add to it when you're ready. Okay. Set up a time with me. If you are someone that's struggling, you're like, I don't even know where to start. There's a link, or there will be in a second. There's not one right now, but I'll put a link above. Just set up a quick call with me and we'll spend 5-10 minutes together. I can at minimum shoot you in the direction of where you should start, or maybe who knows. Okay. You're worth it though. I promise. And other than that, if you're listening to this later on the actual podcast that's uploaded, join our group, acfitmama.com/Facebook, or you can go to acfitmama.com/chat, CHAT, and set up a time to chat as well. So you guys have an amazing day. Happy Thursday. I'm thankful for all of you guys. And next Thursday, I'll bring something else.